Hi guys! Welcome to day 26 of our 365 Days of Courage, where we try to encourage one another every day for a year with God's words in the Bible, looking for verses where it assures us not to be afraid, to fear nothing, and to take courage. Our verse for today is taken from the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 13. Anong sabi doon? Do not be afraid, stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring to you today. Nasubukan nyo na bang magdasal, tas ang tagal-tagal dumating nyo yung pinagdadasal ninyo? And dumating ka na dun sa point na you feel like giving up, na yung akala mo hopeless na yung sitwasyon, na yung sa tagal mong hinihingi, tas wala pa, hindi pa binibigay. It is frustrating. And sometimes, yung frustration ng paghihintay leads us to fear na, naku, baka wala na. Natatakot tayo na baka wala na, wala nang pag-asa. And usually, on the verge of giving up, diyan darating yung sagot sa ating dasal. Diyan ipapakita ng Diyos ang kanyang kapangyarihan sa ating buhay. And kapag ka hindi natin hinintay itong pangako niya na ito, especially when it comes to deliverance, maghihinayang tayo kung alam lang natin. Diba? So usually at the point of giving up, diyan halos dumadating yung sagot sa ating mga dasal. And now, itong binasa nating verse is nasa libro ng Exodus, wherein the Israelites were being made slaves by the Egyptians kasi nga dumadami ang kanilang lahi, and that the Egyptians are afraid na baka pag dumami sila, iti-take over na nila ang kanilang lugar. And so in order na hindi mangyari yun, to crush their spirits, pinapahirapan nila itong mga Israelites na ito. And that was when said, huwag kang matakot, dahil yung pangako ko for deliverance will come in due time. So, itong words na to na nabasa natin, it gives us the assurance not to give up, and not to fear. Kasi of course, habang nakikita mo kasi yung napakaraming challenges, those challenges that are lining up towards you, yun ang nakakatakot na portion. Kasi, naku, di ba parang mag-aalangan ka na ang dami-dami mong iniisip, ang dami-dami mong pinoproblema, tapos nakikita mo, nagsisidatingan pa. And usually that is when you will break down, that is when you will give up. And that should also be the time na you should remember itong pangako ng Panginoon dito sa binasa nating verse ngayon, na sabi niya, do not be afraid, you should just stand firm, at makikita mo yung deliverance na ipinangako ng Diyos sa'yo. And of course, kapag ka nasagot na yung ating mga panalangin, it is also but rightful to give God glory for that. It is also but rightful to thank Him for that. And that is why, ang ating reading for today, taken from the book of Sirach, chapter 50, verse 12, anong sabi doon? You answered my prayer and saved me from the threat of destruction. So I thank you and I praise you. Now, kasasabi ko lang kanina that it is on the verge of giving up that we are so desperate na minsan gusto na nating umaksyon. We want now to take matters into our own hands, and usually if we do that, it will lead to our destruction. It will lead us to sin. It will lead to the destruction of our soul, because most probably, yung solution na naiisip mo, which is shortcut mo yung proseso, yung solution na naiisip mo will bring you destruction. Especially if that is not a God solution. Yung solution na naiisip mo came out of your pride. Yung solution na naiisip mo came out of yung pagmamadali mo na masolusyonan ng isang problema. Everything happens in God's time. But humans as we are, napaka-impatient natin. Kasi gusto nga natin now na. But God does not work that way. He will bring you that deliverance in due time. And that is why He is saying, relax ka lang anak, at huwag kang matakot dahil darating yan sapagkat ipinangako ko yan. Now if we turn impatient, hindi natin hinintay yung deliverance na ipinangako ng Diyos sa atin, that will surely lead us to destruction. And so, if it happens that hinintay mo, yung bigay na bigay ka na, wala na, give up ka na, but you still choose to trust Him. You know, challenges will test our faith. Challenges will bring out who we are. Trials will test us kung gaano tayo nagtitiwala sa Diyos, sa Kanyang tulong, sa deliverance na ipinapangako niya. And so, let us say, yun, nasa gustong-gusto mo nang mag-give up, but you still choose to trust in God and in His promises. Darating at darating yung ipinangako niyang deliverance. And when that happens, it is but rightful to thank Him for saving us from that destruction. Kung sinunod natin yung human instinct natin na i-shortcut yung proseso, yan yung dapat nating ipagpasalamat sa Diyos sapagkat niligtas niya tayo sa kahihinatnan natin, which is destruction. And that is why itong first reading natin for today says na, and therefore I thank you and I praise you. Why do we need to praise Him for that? Because makatotohanan yung pangako niya sa atin that He knows what is best for us and that He will give us the best. Yung akala kasi natin na best para sa atin, usually hindi yun yung best. Akala lang natin yun. Alam nyo naman, maraming namamatay sa maling akala. And so guys, yan yung message sa atin ngayon. Stand firm. Even if problems are piling up, even if problems are lining up towards you, stand firm. Magpakatatag ka lang. Hintayin mo yung pangakong deliverance ng Panginoon. Darating at darating yan. As He has said in the verse that we have read for today, yung galing sa Exodus 14 verse 13, do not be afraid, stand firm, and you will see deliverance. And sayang naman, aside sa hindi natin makikita yung deliverance na ipinangako ng Diyos sa atin sa Kanyang salita, yung ginawa nating shortcut sa proseso will lead to our destruction, will lead to the destruction of our souls. That is the most important thing na dapat nating pinapangalagaan. And so wait ka lang guys. Again, when you come to that point that you're almost at the verge of giving up, that is when God will show you His power, rescue you from that challenge, rescue you dyan sa hirap na nararanasan mo, and He will give you that deliverance that He has promised. Kaya kapit lang guys, kapit lang. Huwag bibitaw. Huwag kang bibitiw bigla. Diba yung kantang yon? Dapat i-apply din natin. Kapit lang, huwag bumitaw. We wait, we stand firm, and we should not be afraid. And we will see the deliverance that the Lord our God has promised to His people back then. And that is what He is also promising to us right now. So if we do not stand firm, if we allow ourselves to be afraid, then we will not see that deliverance. And so kung gusto mong makita yung victory, kung gusto mong ma-enjoy yung panalo natin sa mga trials na to, stand firm. Hintay ka lang, magpakatatag ka lang, at huwag kang matakot. Darating at darating ang Diyos na tutulong sa'yo. Okay guys? And so guys, thank you once again for always watching. Thank you for always tuning in. And I'll see you tomorrow, day 27 of our 365 days of courage. Bye guys!